in 2016, you were the highest grossing Nigerian actress film ever at the time, earning about 400, almost 500,000 nairas.
Yeah.
What was that like when you're just, there was a shift for you? What was that like?
That was a really powerful moment for my career. You know what I mean? Because it paid off at that point. I think it was actually my breakout film for sure. You know, prior to that, I'd done some work and whatever, but that one definitely put my name on the map as far as the industry is concerned. And but what it also did was, because the film was so highly successful, it also, a lot of people felt like, okay, if I'm going to cast her in a film, I want her to play that role. You know what I mean? There's also that part of the industry that's really exhausting. It's like, I want her to play this role. If she's not playing that role, then we're not casting her.
Oh, it's kind of like typecasting. Like
that typecasting
your success
thing.
in this film means
we
that
want
you
to
have to play
replicate
that.
it. Exactly, yeah. So there was also that, you know. But it was definitely a humbling moment. I'm grateful for all the success I attained as a result of it. And I just feel like, I don't know.
What was your favorite movie that you did? What was your favorite for you? I mean,
that I've ever done?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Honestly, I've done so many, I'd just be forgetting all my films.
You're pumping them out. Yeah.
Wedding Party was a good one, though. I feel like it was such an enjoyable set. Cast and crew, everyone was amazing. And it was just refreshing. It was the first of its kind, you know what I mean? Prior to that, we didn't really have films on that level, on that scale, you know? So it was nice to be part of a production that was producing on that scale, you know? So I'd probably say Wedding Party was a good one. As far as like a film that I got to show range, I'd probably say a film called Insecure that I did sometime after COVID. I can't even remember when I did that film, but it was a really good film as well. Got to show a lot of range, versatility, and it was refreshing for that reason.
Yeah. Was there a role that you've ever had that was more challenging? Like, wow, like this is working a different muscle for me?
Oh, 100%. That's Insecure.
That's Insecure.
Yeah. But there's a few like that, you know what I mean? But like not all of them have been released, and some may never get released, and that's absolutely okay. So much time has passed, I don't care anymore.
Yeah. Now, there's something that, as I was doing my, just like my research and just kind of really just fall in love with your story, I ran across this. And this is interesting, though. You may not say, afterwards, or at least you're going to have to have some explaining to do.
Criminal record.
So I read that they gave you the title of Nollywood for the characters you played. And this is for not for the person, for the characters you played. Did you like that title?
I hated that title. Now let me tell you why. This film, I literally just said the film, that I was telling you about, the Wedding Party. I literally played the villain in that film. And as a result of that, it was like, let's cast Beverly Naya for that same type of character, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So it kind of started to look like that's all I was playing. And that wasn't the truth. What the truth actually is that I was playing a variety of roles, but I'm just not in control of, one, what gets released, two, what does better than the others. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of these films just did really, really well. So it kind of looked like, that's all she plays. But no, they're just more successful than the other types of films that I played that just didn't have that reach. You know what I mean? So yeah, there was also that. For example, Skinny Girl in Transit on YouTube. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Skinny Girl in Transit?
Yeah, that's a web series. And I played a character called Darren. And for quite a number of those seasons, she was the mean girl on that show, So, of course, if it's a web series and it's getting like 1 million views per episode, people are going to automatically assume, that's,
And it's hard because people see you in your work.
And
the first time, and they can't separate it in the first time.
I can't stand people that do that.
That's how they either address you by that name or they treat you as if
100%.
Because they can't differentiate.
100%. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I literally can't stand people that do that.
Are there things you wouldn't do? Like, I know there's some people who say, hey, I won't do sex scenes. I'm not kissing. I know there are some married people that go, I'm not kissing another woman. Coming from a Nigerian household, I know that there are a lot of, people don't know this a lot, but, there are a lot of conservative values in the Nigerian household.
Not a lot of physical stuff. Not a lot of PDA.
Right.
What are you doing? Like, you can't be putting yourself out there like that.
Not a lot of PDA in Nigerian films.
No.
There's a lot?
Oh, sure. There's a lot of scandal and cheating.
Nigerian parents don't do all that kissy stuff. I just know.
Our generation, though, we be kissing.
Okay. My generation.
You talking about another generation. My
Mine, they didn't do that a lot.
Right.
They hugged, they didn't do all
and that was some of the older ones.
Yeah.
Do you have like, you go, I'm not touching that, this is where I
You
draw
mean
the line?
in general?
In general, just as an actor, as an actress, is there something that you draw the line at?
I just feel like sex scenes are just so erotic. You know what I mean? I just feel like I don't need to be doing all that. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
We get it. Close the door and know that they had sex the next day.
Yeah.
Like, we have to.
Like, why do we have to be immersed in that moment?
How do you advocate for yourself? Because I know, like, you know, you see something, and I've been on some closed sets where, you know, that they have to go through this whole process, and I've often wondered, I've never been in this situation, you know, but I'm like, man, that's gotta be uncomfortable.
It's awkward.
To where you're putting yourself in that.
It's disgusting, I think.
And, you know, they put these in the film right there, and I go, is it compulsory, right? My parents used to always say, is it compulsory?
Yeah,
I try to impress you by saying compulsory. Is it compulsory to actually put yourself in that position? Do you write differently for that? Do you think about that when you're writing, like for women or men who are in those scenes?
In my scripts?
Yeah.
You know, I'd be a hypocrite if I said that when I write, I don't mind writing them in. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it just adds to the story, you know, and it takes it to a whole nother level. But then if I'm talking about myself, I just feel like if it doesn't add value to the script, if I feel like it's just there just because you want to see some boobs and some booty or whatever,
whack.
It's unnecessary, you know what I mean? But when I write it in my scripts, it's really because it's part of the story. There's a reason why it's there. You know, I like when
but you don't need to show.
You don't need to show it. You know,
show the scene. You can show. Okay, they're going.
You know
to
how
the
we
bedroom.
do it in most black films. You know, like Brown Sugar and
Brown Sugar. I love Brown Sugar.
That's cute. You know what I mean?
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Or next day they're in
do way too much. I'm just like
right. I think we know.
And you know when you watch it with your parents,
man! Like, parents, you close your eyes.
Right,
even a kissing scene, you're like,
so awkward.
Scene,
you're trying to watch it because you're trying to not be awkward, but you know, because you know if you don't watch, you look like, so what have you done? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why is this thing uncomfortable? Do you know what I mean? So you're like watching so you don't.
You know what?
Yeah.
Because I know you had a kissing scene that was so good that a lot of people actually thought that you and old boy was, I can't remember his name, but you guys were dating.
It happened. Yeah.
Did you tell your parents to close your eyes for that one?
Oh, is it? I mean, we ain't doing nothing crazy, so yeah, they're used to it, so it's
they
fine.
have to see that. Like,
is there an actor that's taught you so much on set that you go, man, that this one brought the best out of me, or I learned from either watching or just collaborating?
I love Genevieve, man.
Yeah.
I think Genevieve is not only an incredible actor, but I love her brand. I love the way she carries herself. She's mysterious and she's elegant. She's classy, you know? So I feel like I do admire that, and I admire her, and I feel like that's...
There's no better time than now to drop in New Jersey, right here at the World Cup. 154 Jersey, go get it.
Bringing Africa around the whole globe. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home.